Hi there everyone, it's Sarah here. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I just wanted to show you a mini that I've been working on. The reason that I did this mini was to use up things in my stash that I've not used in a long time, to save going out and buying stuff. Now, one of my crafty online friends, Fran, who's Lady of Lost Times here on YouTube, and that's the name of her blog as well, set up a challenge to everyone at the beginning of January to pledge to use it up. So in other words, go shopping in your own stash before you go and make things, and have a little think before you go ahead and try to make something without having to physically buy things. So that's what I have pledged to do going forward, and I will only buy crafty products if I've run out of them. And I've already had to do that because I ran out of score tape and I ran out of matte medium, so I've bought 2 lots of things this month. So this is a little challenge that I set up on my blog, and it was to use it up. So this is the mini that I made for it, and I just thought I would share it. So I'm a terrible one for not using chipboard. I buy it and I never use it. So what I did here was I painted the words in linen acrylic paint, and I got out my picket fence stickles that I've never used in a long time. And again, the scalloped edge punch that I've done to reinforce the binding, haven't used that in a while either. So that was that. So the theme of the book, I used the Laura Denison's Stack the Deck technique to do this because I love that binding system. So head over to her blog, her YouTube channel for the tutorial on that, because it's fabulous. I'll leave a link to that below as well. Now what I did was I used a paper line that I've not used in a long time, maybe a couple of years now. I bought it because I loved it, and it was the Cosmo Cricket Earth Love paper pad and embellishments and what have you. So that was the paper line that I've used all the way through this mini. And each page has a theme, and I wanted to be able to go shopping in my stash and say, right, I want to do a page with buttons. So this first page is the button page, and what I did was I took a chipboard frame and I painted it up again in linen acrylic paint, and I put buttons all the way around the outside edge. And I'm just looking for something that I can use to pop down there to let you see that it'll take a photograph. It's not going to go down because there we go. So that is a frame for a photograph. And I used a whole load of buttons out my stash that I had not used in a long time. So that was page 1, and then each page has a pocket, and again I just made a little matte tag both sides, and I put a button on both sides. And then on the other page, here we go, if I can show this to you, this is actually using buttons as well, but what I've done is I've used the buttons as flower centres at the bottom, and I also used some of the Prima E-line flowers because I've not used those in a long time either. And another thing that I used, which was quite funny because one of my crafty friends online is selling a whole load of peel-offs on eBay, and when she mentioned peel-offs, everybody's got them. So I went and got some peel-offs, and I had white ones that looked like bubbles, and what I did was I stuck them on. I don't know if that's going to focus. I stuck them on and then I coloured them in. Hang on. I don't think it's going to like focusing on that. It's weird. Sometimes it'll focus and sometimes it won't. I'm still getting used to this new camera. There we go. So I coloured in the bubbles with a Sakura Jelly Roll pen that I've not used for at least 3 or 4 years. So that was the button page, and then it's some space here for journaling. This page here was the ribbon page. So we've got, again using the Cosmo Cricket Earth Love paper, I've got a little ribbon on the tag here. And this is a beer mat that I have covered with various different ribbons that I've not used in a long time. All with the kind of earthy tones, and I've used some fibres as well here and up here. And again down here. And then I made a button flower for the bottom of that page. And then again, in keeping with the ribbon theme, I made a couple of photo mats to go covered in buttons, mounted on a bit of used up cat food box. You know, the boxes that you buy the cat food sachets in. I cut that up and used these as photo mats, and we've got the 2 journaling spots. So next page is dedicated to brads. So we've got a brad on the corner here, on the tab, and another one at the back there. And very difficult to use up brads, so this is what I came up with. I made a pocket, and I used another piece of the beer mat and painted it and mounted it on there to create like a pocket with a cuff. And then I put a couple of tags in there. And then on the next page with the brads again, what I did was, with the other half of the beer mat, I painted that and edged it and distressed it, and then used 3 brads. You can see that. And I've got watercolour paper here for as a little notepad, and that's the brad. It's got check it out. Then on the next page, this one's dedicated to fabric. So what I did was, I put a bit of burlap down on the page with a couple of mushrooms down here to tie in with the paper line, and this is just a blank canvas. That was the theme for that. And then the tag that pulls out has got the burlap on the tag, and front and back, and the mushroom paper I thought tied in well with the mushroom down there. So the next page, again in keeping with material, I used a chipboard frame and I covered it in rosette trim. This is the Making Memories rosette trim that Natasha sent me, and it's gorgeous. So again, another photo frame, and you can get a photo down in there, no problem. So that was another material page. Then on to the lace page. My camera got stuck there. Onto the lace page. And what I've done is, my friend Deb sent me this vintage bingo ticket. So I created a pocket down at the bottom with lace and just put another little tag in there. And we've got another couple of tags in here at the top. And again, we've got a lace tag on there. And the other lace page, what I've done is I put a couple of the journaling spots from that paper line in here and edged it in lace trim. And the very last page of the mini is chipboard. So I've got little chipboard stars on the tag. And we've got a chipboard journaling spot here. Again, this was one that Deb had sent me in mat board, and I've painted it in linen acrylic paint, stamped it with a French script stamp from Stampin' Up, and this is in sepia archival ink, and then I put some little light green rhinestones there, so you can use it as a photo mat. And then I just cut out the words "a day in my life" and put those on. And the very last page is another pocket, and I put on some vellum a vellum overlay and adhered that down, put in a couple of tags, and we've got the thank you at the bottom. So I just thought I would show that to you. It's just a mini with things and pages to use it up. So if you fancy joining in with the Use It Up theme, and it's a great thing to get involved with, head over to Fran's blog, again link below, and you can sign up for it and use up your stash. And she provides loads of inspiration and ideas across on her blog to help you to use it up. So I just thought I would share my mini with you, and I'm going to head off now, and thanks very much for tuning in, and I shall see you all soon. Bye for now.